It's the Monday fake laugh, and just said as we start the show. I'm not fake laughing. I'm sincerely laughing because I enjoy doing this show. Welcome to the show that someday may be an answer on Jeopardy. It's Punchlines. Or is it a question on Jeopardy? I always get mixed up what you're supposed to call it. But anyway, I'm Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan, and today's show will be in your face, like this kid dunking on his mom. A little backyard game. So Ryan, he seals it out of the air, cross it, boom, and then mom goes, Happy Mother's Day.
Absolutely yams on her.
And then mom goes down.
Yeah, she falls over on the back.
Not pretty.
On the back.
That is a legit laugh from Ann, ladies and gentlemen. That's funny right there. And that was taken on Mother's Day. I hope not. Joking. All right. The gentleman laughing right now behind the glass where we mailed him away and he was graded Gem Mint 10. Little baseball card thing. Every day I work on these. And it's Ryan McCormick. The B stands for Big Show today. And he is here to rattle off the rundown. Ryan, what's on the stove?
Yay,
Well,
Ryan.
Yay, Ryan.
We've got a Drew Dog special and a Monday montage.
Love it.
We're, of course, looking back at 100 episodes ago.
Yes.
We've got Posts with Punchlines.
Yes.
Takes at 12:36. And a special guest today.
Special guest, Andy Martello will be here any minute now to join us. The very funny Andy, who hasn't been. He was here a couple weeks ago, co-hosting on a Monday. He's an author, an entertainer, an all-around great guy, ladies and gentlemen. He will be here. We're awaiting his arrival, but right now it's Frank and Ryan, baby. That's all. Andy's a busy man, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. We have so much to talk about. We're going to talk about all the sheets we have here. We have two giant sporting events happening today. But first, let's get a little chuckle out of the way. We're going to do our CCO the D. This is the comedy clip of the day. We talked about the Dodger uniforms on Friday, the City Connects.
Okay.
I like them a lot.
No, I know.
Are you a fan? What were you gonna say?
I thought we moved this, but...
Oh, we did? Oh, we did move it. I'm still thrown off by Andy Martello running late. Oh, my God, ladies and gentlemen, here he comes. He's got a bottle of something, and if it's alcohol-related, I'm not drinking it. He is an author, an entertainer, an all-around great guy. Ladies and gentlemen, Andy Martello is here.
Andy.
Hey, and a very busy man.
That's right.
Far too busy to be here on time.
Now, that makes me think you were listening as you were walking up, because I said he's a very busy man.
I was not fake laughing at all. I was watching Jeopardy, waiting to see if you were going to be on.
He was listening and watching live. Andy Martello.
Of course, I had to see if you were going to start on time or if it was going to be the showbiz late, like I just was.
We always start at high noon in the desert.
High noon in the desert.
It's like a showdown. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. We do it
That's
at
very
noon.
Clint Eastwood of you.
It
I
is.
like
It's
it.
very
I like
spaghetti
it. Wait,
western.
was he in that one? Which one was?
High noon was Gary Cooper.
Gary Cooper. There
Gary
you
Cooper.
go. All right. Well,
I know that because of my dad. And every time my dad visited me in L.A., we went to the Western Museum.
Oh yeah.
And I used it's right near Griffith Park there, and I always used to make fun of it. It's by the zoo, but it's actually a really good time. So he would always go, and then all the old cowboy stuff, and
Sure.
it was a good time.
Very Tony Soprano too. It's like, oh, why don't we have more guys like Gary Cooper?
No, that's right. I just rewatched The Sopranos, by the way, 25th anniversary.
25 years.
I watched them all. It's the best show of all time. All right. So anyway, comedy clip of the day, Andy, and then we'll get back to you.
Oh my goodness.
The Oilers.
Yeah, something we'll talk about a good amount today.
Yes, we're
with
going
the
to start with there
Stanley
because
Cup.
we got a Game 7.
The
Two best words in sports.
Final game of the NHL season. So this was a look at the Edmonton fans in Edmonton after winning Game 6.
This is why I want Edmonton to win. They're riding 100% Alberta beef to the streets. I'm going to assume this gentleman had been drinking.
Alberta beef.
Somehow, yeah. But the fact that he didn't get his head taken off by the tent.
Or fall off the bull.
Or fall off the bull. Well, his buddies are holding it pretty steady. Now, how did they transport that down to the arena? Got a van, eh? Hey, got your van? We're gonna bring the beef, eh?
They are proud of their Alberta beef in Alberta.
Stop at Tim Hortons, get a Coke.
Yeah, I got a friend up there in Calgary right now who is probably complete. She works at a casino and she is probably absolutely ignoring everything about it. Just because they haven't had hockey in Canada in like centuries. It seems.
They haven't
had it in so long.
They got to bring the cup back to Canada, which Ryan was against earlier, but now are you for?
Now I'm all for it.
You're all for it.
I'm all for it.
Screw Florida.
Have it be history, get to see more of that stuff and some other stuff from Edmonton fans.
And if they win, the parade will be amazing.
Yeah.
So, all right, we're going to get to that in a second. I want to point out today is June 24th, 2024, and it's episode 181. The countdown to 200 is on. We figured it's a Friday sometime in July, right?
Yeah, it'll be July 19th.
We need something big for that. We need We need something big for the 200th. Dan, what do you got planned? Any surprises?
It's all top secret right now.
Top secret right now. You know, fire eating would be cool.
I know a guy.
You know a guy that can fire eat?
I do.
People have actually
proof that you can fire? Oh my God, there's Andy Martello.
Oh my God, look at that.
Last night, I actually died attempting this trick, which should kind of give you an idea how hard it is to break a contract.
I know. It's all down the back.
All right, so where is this at? The comedy stuff?
It was at the River Palms in Laughlin, which is now known as the other casino in Las. Yeah.
Oh my God.
This job sucks. Totally should have gone to college. Way too late now. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much.
Take the lighter fluid, always for safety.
Always good.
Don't want the kids playing with it. How many times have you eaten fire?
Thousands.
Thousands of times.
I couldn't even count.
Any accidents, any singeings?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. Well, if you do it right, you burn yourself a little bit every time. If you do it wrong, you burn yourself just once and die.
God,
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Now, the only, it's funny. People, I'm not really worried about anybody. Here, let me do the kids don't try this at home.
Right.
Like you're watching. No.
Kids, it's all adult stuff.
Yeah. It's everyone always asks, how do you eat fire? And I wish there was some secret to it. They're always like, is there fake fire? I'm like, no, only in the movies.
Fire.
Yeah, I don't
CG
CG. I don't CGI my
club.
face. It's fifth grade science. No oxygen, no fire. You put the fire in your mouth, you close your mouth, the fire burns up all the oxygen in your mouth, and that's how it's done. The only trick to it is do it quickly enough so the radiant heat doesn't overly burn yourself, and do it slowly enough so it still looks good to the audience.
How long would it take for you to teach me how to do it so I could do it on the 200th episode?
I could teach you how to do it in 15 minutes. It's just a matter of you being dumb enough or courageous enough to do it. Yeah.
That's all you.
No, we have to do it together.
I'll
teach you all how to do it. Absolutely.
Damn it.
There's only one other trick to it, and that's don't breathe in while the torch is in your mouth.
This is something now I can't do it because I went to a self-tan. I got a free coupon or a Groupon to go to a self-tanner once, like Ross on Friends.
Yeah.
And right before the guns, I went, I did that.
Oh, you can't do that.
And I breathed in, and so my lungs were beautifully brown for quite a
Well, if you do it while you're eating fire, I mean, you're using lighter fluid or some sort of flammable liquid on there. And if you breathe in while it's on there, the lit gas will go into your lungs, burn up all the oxygen in your lungs, and then you die.
Nope, not doing it. My mom right now is already texting. If my mom's already not doing it in the chat room, she will not allow me to
we
do
could
that.
use something mildly safer. We could
Hold on, wait, what's that in? Oh, fire code. We can't do it in here.
What? Come on now. I don't even see a smoke detector in here.
There's one right there.
No, that's a camera. I'm sure that's a camera.
Moving on. So anyway, show 181. We always like to look back at 100 shows ago. We even have a little graphic, don't we? And we have a little piece of animation. It's me eating banana. So 100 shows ago, the very funny comedian Noah Gardenswartz, who was just headlining Club down the street, Jimmy Kimmel, this past weekend, told a very funny story about his time in New York.
When I lived in New York, I was a regular at the Comedy Cellar, great club, and the Comedy Cellar has what's known the comics table. It's like the infamous table in the back where you have to be a working comic at the cellar to work there. So I was sitting there before a show, but Ray Romano came in to do a set, and I was legitimately starstruck.
Wow.
It was the first time I didn't have words to say, so I just kind of silently shook his hand. Now, at the Comedy Cellar, when the most famous comedians are on the lineup, they'll use a pseudonym so people don't know if they're coming or not. And it's always a ridiculous name, like Zippy McGee. You know, it's like they go out of their way to use a joke name on the lineup.
Okay.
So Ray Romano sits down, he looks over the lineup, and he goes, who's Noah Gardenswartz? Because he thought it was such a Jewish name that he thought it was like a joke of an alter ego. And that's
I've never seen Matt laugh this hard.
and so that's when I just reached over like, Noah Gardenswartz. That's my actual name. I'm not Zippy McGee of Judaism.
Oh my God, that's hysterical.
Yeah, it was fun.
How did we not notice that Matt, Noah, and you were all wearing the same color coat in that video?
It was a memo that went out that day.
Yeah.
It was February 2nd. It's Groundhog Day. Everyone wears the same color. Oh.
Or they just wear one color over and over and over again.
Yeah. I haven't worn this coat in a long time. Everyone's probably like, wait, you're in Vegas. Isn't it like 106 there today? It is 106. But also the studio gets a little chilly at times, doesn't it? But today it doesn't. It's not as chilly as it usually is.
Oh.
All right, moving on.
It's wonderful in here. You know, I don't understand people who live in Las Vegas and then complain about the heat.
You can't.
You saw it on a map.
Yeah, it was there.
It's a desert.
It's in the brochure.
You knew you moved here.
Yeah.
How long you lived here? 30 years. It's not surprising. It's not. I mean, you're not gardening in it. You're inside where it's air conditioned. Just shut up.
Well, don't even talk to me about air conditioning right now because it's 83 in the place I'm at because they're replacing the AC today.
Well, that's
so we decided to pick the Monday that it's going to be 108. So
83 is still better than 108.
It is. So, yeah, we have a little portable thing.
It's
All right,
fine.
enough about me. That was a pretty good Ray Romano impression he did right there.
It was very good.
Did you do any impressions?
I've never. Yes and no. Like I will just randomly start talking about something. Like if I was ever watching a Ray Romano show, suddenly I'd be Ray Romano. You know, well, I used to do a Norm Macdonald.
Oh, really?
Which you gotta. It's
that's good.
cliffhanger. That's a great gig there. I used to just go on these bizarre rants as Norm Macdonald. It would take me a minute to really channel the dead comedian that he is. But
I did a couple shows with him, and the one at the Laugh Out, he did a thing about a squirrel. It was 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I understand you do impressions of a rooster with Tourette syndrome, actually. And do we have a clip of that?
Oh, my God. Let's go through my whole back catalog here.
All right, Ed.
Out there, it's my impression of a rooster with Tourette syndrome.
The setup's getting loud. Gotta turn around. Fix the hair.
There you go.
I asked you, does he swear in it? Technically, no.
Technically, no.
Technically, no.
Everyone knows roosters say cock-a-doodle-doo, and, cock is just a rooster with Tourette. That's all it is. Think of all... Now, you and I have done comedy for many, many years.
Many years.
How many hours do you sit there and work on material, and you hone it down into perfection and all that?
Nope.
And, that took almost 38 seconds to write.
There you go.
And I used to get... I mean, that ended up being the opener or the closer.
Yeah,
it didn't matter. People do the rooster joke. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Okay.
I love it. All right, it's time for some lines.
That's a really good rooster with a Give me a minute. I haven't done a more Norm in a long time.
That was good. Lines of the night we want to talk about. Ryan, we usually, we always do lines of the night, something topical. And listen, it's been said many times. No two better words in sports than Game 7.
Yep.
And we have that and the College World Series final game, too. But let's talk about this Edmonton game and the history between Edmonton and Florida that will happen tonight. What do you got? Or do you want me to go first?
We can do mine first.
Okay, go.
So
there we go.
This guy decided to look at or compare all 3 major sports that play 7-game series. So the NHL, the NBA, and Major League Baseball. A 3-0 series comeback has happened 5 times out of 402 series in which a team has gone up 3-0.
Okay.
4 times in the NHL,
yeah,
and 1 time in Major League Baseball. The one time being in 2004, the Red Sox come back against the Yankees.
Yankees.
And so the Kings against the Sharks in 2014, the Flyers against the Bruins in 2010, and before my parents were born, the Islanders versus the Penguins in 1975. And so all of these 4 series were not the championship series. The one time that has ever happened in the championship was in 1942.
Yeah, I heard about
when
this.
the Toronto Maple Leafs beat the Detroit Red Wings.
Black and white.
Yeah. So that was my line of the night. That tonight we could be witnessing history as the second time ever in a final series. That a team come back.
I kind of didn't hear the last minute of what he was talking about after he said 1975 was before his parents were born.
Yeah, I tune out.
The year my parents were born, yeah.
Oh, you're so old. You were born in the late 20th century. Jeez. Shut up. You just be quiet.
1975. I of course, I didn't follow hockey back then, but I've read many times about how the Penguins choked against the Islanders, who I think went on to win the Cup that year, maybe? I don't know.
Yes.
They did, right? Yeah, so the Penguins were this close.
Well, the Islanders in 75.
Islanders, yeah.
Yeah, the Islanders went down 3-0 again to the Flyers in the next series.
Oh, wow.
Forced a Game 7 again,
really?
but lost Game 7.
Oh, okay.
And so the Flyers ended up winning the Cup that year.
Okay, there you go. The Broad Street Bullies.
One thing I am looking forward to with this hockey series coming to its conclusion is, let's say, just for the sake of the argument, next year, the same 2 teams are looking like they're going to end up Calgary and we're getting Florida.
Or Edmonton and Florida.
Edmonton. Yes. Yes, Edmonton. You're right. So Edmonton, I can see that what'll happen. every sportscaster on the planet, because they work really, really hard.
Ron Futrell works hard.
They will talk about the storied rivalry between Florida and Canada, and they're going to make it seem like this has been historic for decades and decades, back when Ponce de Leon discovered Florida and set up his first hockey rink and said Canada, all that stuff. I'm convinced that's what's going to happen.
Wow.
Because
but 5 out of 402 series that have gone 3-0. So odds are stacked against Edmonton, but they got up on their shoulder. They got a little momentum going.
Yep.
And I feel like everyone who didn't care about the series now does and wants Edmonton to win. That's me.
Yeah.
Now, Alex is, we talked about this. Alex, I believe, had the over on the Friday game.
Yeah. On Friday, game 6, she took the over.
Was it Saturday or Friday?
It was Friday.
Friday. And it was 2 empty net goals pushed it over 5.5. Final score is 5-1.
Yep. But
if you had the over, that's one of the best covers of all time.
She's pretty good at this.
She's pretty good.
She should do this for a living.
She should be a sports betting analyst.
Yeah, she should actually do that. I understand she's like 3rd generation.
She is. I believe there was an article in the Chicago Sun-Times.
Yeah.
Well, so on Saturday, Alex had talked about her play for tonight's game being the under 5.5. And so looking at a stat in game 7s in the NHL history, unders are 44, 26, and 9 since 2005, including 3-0 this season.
Okay.
So 44 unders, 26 overs, and 9 pushes.
Okay.
Dating back to 1950, 14 straight Stanley Cup Final Game 7s have all gone under the 5.5.
They're tight. They come out. They're tight. They don't want to make mistakes, so that's a little concern. So tonight, the over-under here at the South Point is
5.5.
Again, 5.5. It's what it's been the whole series, right?
Pretty much.
All right. And what's the line here at South Point right now? I see a sheet here, but I want to make sure.
The money line on tonight's game is...
Ask Alex. Where's Alex?
Alex?
Where
Go
are you?
ask
Come on
Alex.
now. What are you
Edmonton
doing?
is a minus 108 favorite.
Yeesh. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a rowdy house in Florida. It's going to be good. And by the way, how do you say his name? Adnan Verk. Yeah, great stat that he did the research on. That's very cool. Is there anything else you have on that?
Yeah, so there is somebody that has had a rooting interest in this series.
Oh, this guy.
A $1,000 parlay.
$1,000 parlay. What do you think it's going to pay if Edmonton wins?
On
$160,000.
So $1,000 parlay on 3 futures. The Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. Real Madrid to win the UEFA Champions League, the Champions League, at plus 550. And then the Oilers, you got them at 11-1 to win the Stanley Cup. It would pay $584,000.
$584,000.
Well, that's easy money. I don't see why people aren't taking that right now.
So here's my question.
Got $1,000.
There's no cash out option on this site, I guess. Probably not.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think so. But what do? You try to get all your friends together and put 500,000, like hedge it a little bit, or I guess you're just rolling, you're just going for it.
Yeah.
This guy will win over $500,000 if Edmonton wins. That's more than the players will win.
This is good. So that's basically all we're waiting for is Edmonton to win, right?
I want to just for that guy. And he's all over TikTok. If we'll have video of this guy watching.
I just want to be there. I want to be on White Ave partying down with all the folks in Edmonton.
Look at you knowing the street.
Oh yeah, I've been everywhere.
I've never been to Edmonton. No.
It's lovely. It's
okay.
If you ever have to work up there, just bear in mind there is not a single theater in the entire country of Canada. They are all hockey arenas that they put.
Oh shit!
Yeah, they're all. Did you? Oh, put
no,
some money.
No.
Put some money in the drawer.
It's only the F word gets.
You can say cock all you want, but you can't say what he just said.
It's a name for a rooster.
That's right. It's roosters say that. But Edmonton's going to be a good time. Even if they lose, they're going to party down. They drink professionally in Edmonton.
I'm rooting for this guy to win $584,000. Our own Tommy, who's always in the chat room. He had a future for $150, I believe, 7-1 on Edmonton, so he could win. And he might, I don't know if he hedged it or not, but he did some stuff. Minidar, hello, Minidar. Minidar was at the Justin Timberlake concert Saturday. My seats were by the soundboard. Tommy Lee from Motley Crue was in the soundboard section for about an hour of the show, smoking like an entitled celebrity. Just a little pop culture news I wanted to deliver.
So funny. I've always heard Tommy Lee was such an agreeable, normal guy.
Well, Andy, better late than pregnant. Okay, Keith Lowe, damn it.
Thank you very much.
All right. So anyway, so my line of the night is we're moving on. Do you have more?
I had one final thing about this series.
We have
and maybe
lines.
possibly one reason to root against Edmonton is a specific player on the Oilers roster. Corey Perry has played in the Stanley Cup Final in 4 of the last 5 years, losing. This would be his 4th time losing in the last 5 years. He lost with the Dallas Stars against the Tampa Bay Lightning in 2020. Then he lost with the Canadiens in 2021 to those Tampa Bay Lightning. Then he joins the Tampa Bay Lightning and loses to the Avalanche. And then he went to the Blackhawks and got cut. And now he signed with the Oilers and could possibly win his second Stanley Cup of his career, or lose his fourth Stanley Cup.
And by the way, we also have to point out something we reported on like a month ago. Someone named Evan will be on the Cup.
That is true.
There's never been someone with the first name Evan on the Stanley Cup. Yeah. Evan Rodriguez, who played for the Penguins.
Evan Rodriguez, who plays for the Panthers.
Right, used to play for the Penguins.
Yeah, plays for the Panthers now, and Evan Bouchard for the Oilers.
Bouchard,
yeah.
So, I mean, there weren't even people named Evan before 1980.
Well, not before Ryan's parents were born. I mean, you're talking
clearly.
Way before back
that's
in 1975.
I mean, that's a made-up name. There's no Evans in the world.
All right, so,
it's a last name, not a first name. Everyone knows this.
I lied. One final thing.
Oh, good. Well, I thought you had
not final thing, but because
no, it's high.
Good chance we'll talk about it. Yeah. The ticket prices for Game 7. So I titled this one "Panthers Fans Abandoning Ship." The highest ticket price is $6,500, and then all up in the upper bowl is over $1,000. But this guy tweeted, "Why would Panthers fans be selling their tickets to Oilers fans with a chance to witness NHL history, witness either your team's first Stanley Cup win or
the comeback,
the second comeback ever in a Stanley Cup final?" So,
well, if you got 2 tickets, though, you're looking at $5,000. So, I mean, what do you do there, Andy? $5,000 or go see history?
Take the $5,000.
Yep.
It's going to be on TV.
Wait, it's televised?
Yeah, you can watch this stuff.
Let these people know it's televised. That's insane.
Here's the thing. Like, if it's very rare, history is going to happen. So I'm a big proponent of, if you have an opportunity to watch something and it's of historic value, great. That being said, it's still Edmonton, Florida. It's only historic because, well, this hasn't happened a lot.
Choke,
but it's not like, Bobby Hull is going to come back from the grave and somehow he's going to like throw hockey pucks down from the sky. Places. And, there's, unless if we're talking something seriously historic, one team scores 47 goals in the first period. That's history.
Take the over.
But it's not the same as. I don't think it's the same as being $5,000. Take the $5,000.
$5,000. Ryan?
Think of all the things you can get for $5,000.
Ryan goes. He goes to the game. He's a hockey guy.
You can place 5 $1,000 parlay bets that will get you $500,000 each if you win.
$2.5 million. This is good math.
Think of the money.
It's just math, ladies and gentlemen.
Simple math.
Yeah.
All right, shifting to baseball for my line, correct?
Yes.
Boy, it's hard to believe I'm going to talk about Paul Skeens, but I have to. Paul Skeens,
is
by
he
the way,
from Pittsburgh?
He plays for the Pirates.
I wouldn't have known.
He was out on a boat after the game yesterday with his girlfriend. Apparently, she's a famous TikToker or something. Livy Dunn, I believe is her name. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So
How sad
Skeens,
is it that we're referencing TikTokers as celebrities?
She's very famous. Skeens was sitting at 100 miles per hour in the 7th inning. He finished off his day. He threw a 102 mile per hour fastball.
That's a good
on his final pitch of the day, and he looked up at the scoreboard. There's a look back where he looks at the scoreboard and saw it was 102, and he kind of smiles. Like, I just threw 102 on my 100th pitch. He has never, every time he's left a game in 8 career starts with the Pirates, he has not been trailing. They, of course, Colin Holderman came in and blew the game in the 8th. They lost, but 60 Ks and no losses in their first Major League Baseball.
First 8 Major League Baseball
First 8
games.
Major League starts. Tanaka, Skeens, and nobody else.
He's impressive.
I can't believe how I don't remember Tanaka being that amazing when he first started. Yeah.
Sometimes people improve.
Anyway, Skeens didn't get the win, but he'll be pitching this weekend in Atlanta. So on the road in Atlanta, that's going to be awesome. So Paul Skeens, will he make the All-Star game?
Yeah.
I think if he wins a couple more games or doesn't lose a game, he has to go. People are going to want to see him pitch against the best in the world.
It's definitely what the people want.
And we were talking about this on Friday. We figured we'd show it. 2004 All-Star game caps. You absolutely hate these.
2024.
2024.
Yeah.
What did I say? 1924?
You said 2004.
2000. Your parents were born by 2004?
Yeah, I was 4 years old.
American League, National League hats. Let's look at these. I don't know.
Yeah,
those are awful.
That chart on the left, shout out to sportslogos.net for this one. The one on the left is the one that they're actually wearing in the All-Star game. So the pink or salmon, I guess, is the AL, and then the blue is the NL. And then the one on the right is the stuff they'll be wearing for the home run derby.
Yeah, the workout.
The workout days. So
I don't mind the workout day caps. I don't like the All-Star caps.
I'm much more a fan of
those
the
are
workout
awful.
day caps. Yeah.
Those are legitimately awful.
They're really bad. And here's the thing. It's in Texas. Like, those look like the games being played in Miami.
Yep.
Right? With the salmon colors and the blue. It's like, oh, the game is played in Miami. I go, oh, yeah, those are good. You got to but it's played in Texas.
Yeah.
How is that showing? Usually you try to conform a little bit.
Yeah.
to the city hosting the game. Maybe they've got confused.
My guess is the same people who came up with the different designs for those awful City Connect uniforms came up with those.
Yeah, we talked about them. There's some that are good, some are really bad.
I've never been a fan of the City Connect uniforms. First off, your sports team is already well connected to the city. Yeah. We already know this. You don't need to come up with some ugly jersey to promote it. I'm absolutely fine with alternate jerseys. I'm actually wearing a minor league alternate jersey one today.
What is that you're wearing?
This is from the Winston. My brother was recently on a quick trip.
Okay.
Where he went to see some minor league games. He was in Winston-Salem.
It's a great show.
And I don't remember the name of their normal team. But for one day coming up in August, they are changing themselves to the Tobacco Beetles.
Excellent.
And, I work at a cigar shop, so this just seemed like the perfect thing. This is cool.
That's great.
That stuff we just looked at, that is like grade school. I'm going to design a hat, and they crack open the 64 colors.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Those are awful. And the problem is somebody is going to buy them because I'm going to the game. I want to watch history.
There they are, the All-Star Game caps. Pretty good stuff.
They're ugly.
They're kind of ugly. I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah,
we also have we should talk about another important line tonight because it's the College Baseball World Series final game. Tennessee, who was the overall number one, lost game 1 to Texas A&M, who's been a fiery bunch. Yep. Good team. Tennessee won yesterday, 4-1. So now it's final game. So this starts at 4 o'clock Pacific. Hockey starts at 5. So you can watch like the first probably 4 innings of this and then switch over to hockey. Go back and forth. Here at the South Point, we have our sheet. We have our College Baseball World Series, and you can come down to the South Point. You also have NHL props. You can bet on Game 7. There's some player props.
I have to commend you. Every time I've been here, I have never seen you so prepared. Look at this. You have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 sheets of something in front of you.
And a laptop.
And a laptop.
The laptop's just to see what people are saying. Like Adam Hurley. Is that a friend of yours, Adam Hurley?
Sure.
Adam Hurley says, do you do this when you're trying to cook? I think he was talking about the fire eating.
Yeah. Fire eating? No, I tend not to eat fire in the house. It's just one of those things.
Okay, there you go.
I would. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. I did that one time. I was on a date, and they're like, "You have to eat fire." I'm like, "What? You don't have an outside of your apartment. It's literally your balcony is this big. You have no yard. Do it in here." Okay, you talk to the landlord. Sure enough, I did.
All right, it is a Monday, and Drew Dog is back there, correct? There he is. It's hard to see him sometimes with the monitor and the camera. He's back over there.
Hi, Drew Dog.
Andrew Drew Dog. He now has 4 Gs, I believe, right? We gave him 4 Gs. Greg Vaughn gave him the G off his name, so now it's Ray Vaughn.
Greg Vaughn.
Greg Vaughn, Ray Vaughn. Greg, again, I think, did he win it? He won his bets again, by the way. His grandson was here, and he put in 2 bets on hockey, and he took Alex's under on Chicago and Detroit. Every time Greg Vaughn comes in, he's been taking money from the South Point, so I don't know. It's where the major leaguers gamble.
It's because he's following Alex's picks.
There you go. Followed Alex's picks.
Look,
and
the only thing anyone needs to know when they watch this, South Point is where you gamble. Always listen to Alex. That's all you need to know. That's it. South Point. Gamble here.
And the lines on the hockey game are the best in town, right?
Yeah.
108, so yeah.
And your baseball lines are outstanding.
Everything.
If you're a baseball bettor, there's only 162 games. You have a lot of opportunities to make money. Bet at the South
30.
Point.
Yeah, exactly.
Bet at the South Point. I don't even bet, and I know this stuff.
All right, well, it's time for the Monday Montage. This has become a very popular feature here. Drew did one, and then we said, you know what? It was so good, you have to do it every week now. So here is our Monday Montage. A look back at last week's highlights. Monday Montage.
Monday. I watched that
by
show.
Drew Dog. Happy 81st birthday to Barry Manilow. Barry Manilow, ladies and gentlemen.
My mama's favorite.
Brian, can you name a Barry Manilow song?
I don't think I could even point at who Barry Manilow is in a picture.
Oh,
What? Weekend in New England. I Can't Smile Without You.
I mean, I do recognize, but I did not know that his name was Barry Manilow.
And I'm ready to take a chance. What movie is that from? Foul play!
But Fran Riordan, the manager of the Aviators, ended up getting tossed, arguing a check swing in the 5th inning.
That was the Oat Milkers night.
Yeah.
Who won the game? Oh, they won.
No, they got
They got
milked.
Well, wait, wait, did they win yesterday?
They did.
They got creamed. Since Grimace threw the first pitch out at MetLife Stadium, they're 5-0. Grimace has been the cure to the Mets' problems, but no more, says Keith Lyle.
No more. It's going to get hamburglered right out.
Congratulations to the Boston Celtics on your amazing title. I learned that from the kids on TikTok because I'm way too old to be on there, but now I'm hip. Holler. Okay. What is your take on Boston sports fans as a whole? What do you think of the Boston sport fan?
I think not only, like I say, because I'm a Bostonian, but I believe that this town all pulls together, and we can't wait for the next duck boat tour. It's a camaraderie that like I say myself. It's just a team ship that comes off the court.
All right, and I just wanted to remind you that Tom Brady cheated. Thank you, random Boston guy. My best impression would be Kermit the Frog. Here we go.
Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
Very good.
That's all.
But what about if Elmo showed up?
Big Bird, Alex, Oscar the Grouch, Grover. Cookie Monster. All right. No, Alex didn't want to play along.
Marvin Martian.
Guess what? Oh, my God. Marvin the Ann's just coming up. All right. Alex, you're not allowed to be on the show tomorrow. Every time I tune in a game, it was a 20-point game. I'm like, well, I'm not going to stick around for this. Yeah. I'm going to go watch swimming trials. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch. This is the problem with social media, right, Ryan? I mean, people want to show off their food, twirling it, and then boom, wiener on a guy's shoulder.
It's the problem with cardboard.
By the way, I'm watching the show from out here, and then I see Ryan come up in the middle, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. And Ryan, I'm so sorry.
That's Jeff.
Yeah.
You're a good guy, and I look at you, and I just want to take swim lessons at the YMCA.
All right, and we have a comparison in height. Here we go. This is the comparison of me and Jeff standing next to this young man. Here's what it looks like. Okay, I'm not 4'6".
I look like someone just flattened me with
what you're doing is you're showing off your Untucked shirt.
Yeah.
It's Ugliest Dog Day. Also National Smoothie Day, National Cookie Dough Day, International Yoga Day, World Motorcycle Day. Caden did for an AI picture. What am I looking at? Ryan, what's going on?
This is Balloony.
I didn't know we had a new mascot. Balloony, what's happening?
Hi. Balloony.
This show's become one of the weirdest shows we've ever done. I hope you don't shrink away. Oh, no! Now, how cool is it having this guy be your grandfather?
Awesome. It's just really awesome.
How many career home runs did he hit? He hit a lot.
355.
Oh, my God. Going to the Aces game. When are you going to the game? Or you've already been?
Tonight.
You're seeing it's the Bananas, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's tomorrow.
No, basketball. Aces are our basketball team.
That was beautiful.
It's another magic work.
That was a montage to end all montages.
We're holding him at 4 Gs just because we're going to run out of Gs here. So we're going to keep him at 4 Gs, but that was an amazing one. And Balloony, what happened? Balloony's dead? Almost?
Yeah.
Balloony looks like a little deflated.
Balloony's been taking Ozempic over the weekend and lost all his weight. By the way, Bob Zaney was in that clip. Bob Zaney, Alex and Courtney and I went down and saw Bob Zaney down at Delirious, down at the Hennessy's on Fremont Street. Absolutely brilliant.
He's a funny man. There's a reason he's worked for 100 years. He's amazing. He's very funny.
And I know he likes. I've seen Bob several times. I've worked with him a bunch of times. The club's smaller.
Yeah.
He didn't use the microphone. He just went up on stage, and he stood in front of the mic. The mic's behind him the whole show. Just worked the crowd.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. I mean, look, I don't go to comedy clubs. I can't go and watch comics.
No, I can't either.
No, you can't.
The longer you're in the business, the less you enjoy the business.
This is exactly right.
You can't go watch live comedy. I can't go. Yeah, there's lots.
But I'm like, I'm going to go see Bob Zaney because I know it's going to be a fantastic show, and he was tremendous. So follow Bob Zaney. Watch all his videos on TikTok. Follow at Bob Zaney, whatever. It's
hard to believe he didn't need a microphone. I mean, he's got such a quiet voice.
He was outstanding.
Subtle. He's so subtle.
He was outstanding. It was so much fun.
He is a legitimately funny human being. So.
All right, so that was the Monday montage. We also have Monday headlines. This is where we try and predict what's going to happen. On Friday, we put it in the Dune 2. Did you glue this?
No.
I'll just stick my hand in there.
There you go. Oh, my God.
Now I'm pulling out. This is the $50 that's in there.
The cycle.
We still haven't had a cycle. Everyone put $5 in. We drew 3 teams. So whatever team has a cycle for it's closed. The betting's closed.
I'm adding $5. I'm just throwing it in there. I don't have a pick. We're throwing $5 in there. Whoever wins gets an extra 5. There you go.
5. Andy's sweetening the pot, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
All right. So Monday's headlines. What's that?
I hope it's me.
There you go.
5. Who are your teams, Ann? I'll give you $5.
I'll just give you the $5, Ann. If you need $5, you can always ask. You don't have to.
All right. So I pulled out. I'm only going to pull out one Monday headline this week.
Yep.
Wait, did Jeff do one?
No.
Oh, he didn't. Ryan and I, we realize we're not good at this. We're just leaving it to Alex. Now, Alex.
I've gotten it right.
What's that?
I've gotten it right.
Did you? On
yeah.
what?
The
one thing?
No.
That day. It was Monday. It was a Monday. He got it right.
Caitlin Clark having a record night.
Oh, that's true. Okay. Really? Did you? I thought that was Alex. Alex had that Bryson DeChambeau would win the U.S. Open on a Friday. She predicted that Friday morning.
Yeah.
And then she had another winner with Caitlin Clark.
Yeah.
And here's hers from the weekend.
She said Caitlin Clark would get their first win. They would beat the Mystics, yeah.
Alex's Monday headline says Tennessee wins first College World Series. So they didn't sweep. They have to win 2 games. They lost the first game. They won the second, but it could happen tonight. So we give her like half credit on this one.
I don't know. That's full credit if they win.
But it's not Monday. It would have had to be over the weekend.
It would be a headline on Monday.
All right. All right, give me some tape.
Yeah, do we have a... Here, tell you what, give me $5. I'm going to go to the gift shop. I'm going to buy some tape.
We're going to give it to... All right, so that's like... that could be. Oh, they have to win. Yeah. We'll find out tomorrow.
Go Tennessee.
Go Tennessee, I guess. But by the way, when
Aggies.
Jeff Parles asked me who do I think is going to win the College World Series, I said Tennessee.
It's because they're the number 1 overall seed.
You had to throw that in, Ryan. No, I knew. I was like, oh, Tennessee's the best. It's time. It's 12:36, and it's time.
Oh my gosh.
It's time for picks at 12:36. Now,
He has an
Andy,
alarm.
No, I set an alarm every day. Monday through
I have a
Friday.
pick, by the way. I have
You
a
do
pick.
have a pick.
Yeah.
There's the jingle. That's Jerry produced that with my voice, his voice, and Jeff Parles' voice. By the way, you can check out Jerry's band Field Fox on all social media. They got their new single and new video dropped. It's awesome.
I saw that. That was very good.
It's very good. And Jerry went and
That's
saw,
a banger and a bop.
It's a banger
both.
and a bop.
It's
Jerry
both.
went and saw Yellow Card at the Fontainebleau this weekend.
The Fontainebleau?
They were opening for Third Eye Blind. I'm like, hey, how was Third Eye Blind? He goes, I don't know. We left.
That's usually how all their concerts go.
That's why they have a semi-charmed kind of life.
Yeah,
not
absolutely.
a fully charmed kind of life.
Hello.
Plus, Stephen Jenkins, the lead singer, I've seen videos of him singing live. Not a good singer live. That is one of my favorite songs. By the way, that is a karaoke jam of mine. I know every word of that song. When we do a karaoke party.
When is this happening? I'm a karaoke guy. I love karaoke.
We got to put it
let's
together.
do
Do you guys
this.
have places here that you can rent a room? Like it's just little private rooms?
Most of them are in
Done.
Chinatown, oddly enough. But yeah, there are plenty of them out there.
200th episode. Yeah, they're usually in Chinatown or Koreatown in LA.
Yeah.
All right, we're doing that 200th episode. Get the 215 out, Ryan. Let's do it. Okay, picks
Your
1236. Andy, what is your pick?
Shoresy, season 3 on Hulu. Just dropped. It's about hockey, and it's really good. I watched all of them. I binge watched them on my day off.
Now, is this a Letterkenny spinoff or something?
Yeah, the character of Shoresy ends up going to Sudbury to play, a different, well, I can't say what it is because I'd have to throw money into the jar, but a version of professional, low-end professional hockey. And they're in season 3. It is I did not believe for a second they could turn the Shoresy character into an actual show. I'm like, that's a one-joke thing. No, it is.
Are you familiar with this? Do you watch it,
layered
Ryan?
and funny. It's amazing.
I tried to watch Letterkenny. They talk very fast. You need to caption it because it's a whole different vocabulary, even though they're speaking English.
It is the most intelligent, stupid show I've ever seen. It is really great.
Well, yesterday, because I went out Saturday night, and then yesterday, so all sorts of air conditioning things, we decided to start Lost again. So I've only watched Lost once all the way through.
You should try watching it from the end and going back to the beginning. That way you'll be very pleased with how it turns out.
Because it doesn't end well.
Yeah, because nobody likes the ending, but everyone's like, that first episode is amazing. So,
that's Monday montage next week. Drew Dog, write it down.
Write it
First
down.
clip already.
There you go. I'll give you $5.
All right, Ryan, do you have a pick of the day today? Pick of the day? No?
No. I got a lot of leans, but no.
You abstain.
No
Give
picks.
us one lean. Lean on me. When you're not strong,
Bill Withers.
I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on.
UB40.
Which one am I most confident in? That's the question.
All right, if you don't want to, you don't have to.
I'm not necessarily big on any of them.
All you need is Shoresy season 3. Come on, it's done. Picks are done. Move on. 12:37.
I will go ahead. Mayor of Kingstown is good too, by the way. Filmed in Pittsburgh at my cousin's diner. But watch that. Anyway,
that's cool.
it's a good one. I do have a pick of the day because, and we looked at this, it's the Dodgers. I mean, the Dodgers literally have the highest payroll in baseball.
Yeah.
They are playing in your hometown of Chicago. They're playing the White Sox, who are not good.
I've heard.
But they got a couple players, and their best player is Crochet, their pitcher, who's pitching tonight. And the Dodgers are only minus
123.
Now, listen, I know this kid's a lefty. By the way, the guy, he could be in a Dodger uniform in a couple weeks. Who knows?
Yeah.
Because he is trade bait for the White Sox to rebuild their whole. But you want to hold on to this guy. He's really good.
And apparently the Dodgers have nothing but money.
Nothing but money. It's all deferred.
If you just want one guy, we've got tons of cash. If you want a whole team.
They're like Andy Martello.
Yeah,
they're just throwing fives around the Dodgers.
Fivers around.
I am going to take the Dodgers. If you give me the Dodgers minus low, 120, did you say?
123, yeah.
123, I'm taking it. So Paxton's going for the Dodgers. He's 7-1.
Yep.
I actually saw him pitch a game for Seattle against the Angels, I think. Anyway, I don't know. I got to take the Dodgers. That low? Come on.
Yeah. Oh, a pick I would have taken had the Pirates won yesterday.
Yeah.
Would have been the Reds to beat the Pirates today.
Right.
Because
the Paul Skeens thing.
Yes. In a start following a Paul Skeens win, or a game in which the Pirates win with Paul Skeens starting, the next day they have Bailey Falter starting. They are 0-8 now.
Yeah, but they didn't win yesterday. They blew that game.
Yeah.
Bullpen blew it.
So it doesn't qualify if they.
By the way, having 4 starters in your lineup, Pirates hitting under 200, probably not going to win. They need a bat desperately. Someone, please make a trade with the Pirates. All right, any live comments here?
Could they get Shohei? I mean, he ain't doing anything.
He can probably get Shohei. I'll take.
He's just going to go to every team eventually.
Tommy says Ann will host karaoke. I don't know if you knew that, Ann, but you're going to host. Tommy says you're going to host.
You have a karaoke machine in your house, right? No.
Aaron O'Connor, great to have you guys at the show. Thank you. Aaron was hysterical as well, I should point out. Very funny. Got on stage. Some guy gave her lip, put him right in his place. Wait. Alex White is watching.
What? Alex? Hi, Alex. How you doing?
Alex is saying, I don't think that counts for me. But the judge, Ryan is the official judge. He's saying if Tennessee wins tonight, it would still be a Monday headline.
I still think we count it.
So this would be like
right,
3
because
for
the headline would actually happen on Monday.
Yeah.
Even though you'll read the headline tomorrow.
Yeah.
The news was made on Monday. That's headline news.
Tennessee. All right, so we have to give it. If Tennessee wins, Alex, that'll be like her 3rd. How many do I have right so far?
No. As many homers as you have.
Oh, God.
Oh.
I am hitting a hump day homer on Wednesday. Get your money ready. Get your extra $5 ready on Monday. On Wednesday, I'm hitting it. And you've got to Keith Lyle saying, and you've got to host a karaoke party. Lucky beat me to it. And just letting you know.
What's your karaoke jam, man?
4th of July is coming up. I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor.
Excellent. There you go.
Keith Lyle gives out Dodgers on the run line. White Sox have no bullpen and suck. White Sox starting catcher is hitting 0.90. That's not good.
That's actually with a slugging percentage of negative something. Yeah.
That is not good. All right.
Is that Corey Lee?
What's up?
Is that Corey Lee?
Who's Corey Lee?
The White Sox
catcher.
catcher.
Is that his name?
Yeah. But he might be hurt.
Or is it Carlton Fisk? Did he come out of retirement? Because I believe Carlton Fisk could probably hit higher.
He could still
at his age.
He could still hit a ball if he needed.
I'll tell you. I know who could hit over 90 is Gary Sheffield. I saw a video of Gary Sheffield at 51 smoking a cigar, hitting bombing baseballs.
Yeah.
You know what? We're going to show it tomorrow. I'm going to put that in the post tomorrow. By the way, what's post punchlines? How's that work? How do you do it? You'll sound the horn.
Sound the horn.
That's the horn that will be playing at Ann's on 4th of July weekend for the karaoke party, ladies and gentlemen, because that's how we get it started.
It's the only reason I come here is so I could say sound the horn.
No, well, you did it. All right, post the punchlines. Let's go on the internet, find some funny stuff. And we're starting off talking about City Connects. Andy doesn't like the City Connects.
No.
I like the Dodger City Connect. Did you see it?
I have not. I will confess.
It just revealed late last week. Kind of
right.
looks like a Pop-Tart because it's got little speckled colors. It's supposed to be stars. But that's the color of the seats at Dodger Stadium, red, blue, red, yellow, whatever. All right, so anyway, an Angels fan was at Dodger Stadium for the Subway Series, the Freeway Series, and did something funny for Dodger fans who were wearing the throwback. So here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as you can see where we're at. But the Dodgers today are debuting their new City Connects. So we're going to pass out some Pop-Tarts to the fans that are wearing their new City Connects.
Hey, come on in.
Hey, since you're wearing the new City Connect jersey, you get a Pop-Tart. Yeah.
Everyone takes them, by the way.
Well, who turns down a Pop-Tart?
I mean,
since you're wearing the new City Connect, you get a Pop-Tart.
Kid, don't take food from strangers. He
hey, my
did.
man, since you bought a new City Connect jersey, you get a free Pop-Tart.
How many Pop-Tarts did this guy bring with him? All right.
Since
People
you just
seem
bought
puzzled.
a new City Connect jersey, you get a Pop-Tart.
I bet you
Since
every
you
one
bought
of
a
those
new
people
City
ate.
Connect, you get a Pop-Tart. Yeah, congratulations.
Girl, sheets the cup. There you go. By the way, speaking of Pop-Tarts, very weird. I watched the Unfrosted movie on Saturday. Finally got around to it. Jerry Seinfeld's movie. I had low expectations because a lot of people online were trashing it. Very funny, very enjoyable, tons of cameos. Really.
So it was not a B movie.
It was not B. Jimmy Vaccaro was here, ladies and gentlemen. Jimmy, jumping in. What do you got? What's going on?
You got a shade.
Talk to you. I know. What are you shade?
Pass this down to this gentleman.
Oh, okay. All right.
What you see there is our second football contest. I want to tell people we were first or second at the same time. The Castaways with Sonny Reisner had their first contest in 1980 or 81, same as us.
Okay.
But he had a point spread. Michael, we had ours with no point spread. So what had happened? That's and you see it on top. It says Friendly Frank.
I see that
contest.
Friendly Frank second annual Pick the Pros.
That's just a jackpot parlay card there. We don't do the contest as it was a long time ago. But what I'm saying is like that's how old some of these contests are.
Yeah.
That started a whole ball of wax when the Castaways of the Royal Inn did their contest. Remember first prize I think was $75,000.
$75,000.
Yeah.
First place. Oh no, first place 25. Last place 5,000.
Yeah.
So if you could just go over, you won money.
Well,
it's hard to do.
The people who try that go 10-0 every time.
Yeah, right.
So it never happens.
And it's $100 to get in on it, but you could win a lot of money.
And I still think the Boyd still does because when Boyd bought Michael out, they took the contest with them also.
Oh, okay.
That's why there's no contest here anymore.
Oh,
so that was our contest, way back when. So just wanted to tell you. I
love it.
At least 40 years, right? At least.
It looks like a very old ad. It was the Barbary Coast. The Royal Inn Casino presents. What was the Royal Inn?
Royal Inn Casino was between the Stardust and the Hilton.
Oh, wow.
It was a little casino.
Tiny place.
I mean, it was a little hotel.
Yeah.
And also, Michael Gaughan bought the rights for the casino. That's why we had all the blackjack and whatever, and then we had the sports book there also.
Wow.
So that goes way back, some 40-some years, and I was young then.
Yeah, you're still a young man, Jimmy.
All right. And
by the way, yeah, so that's and we have these cards out now. We're already looking at NFL. I have the NFL Lions. Ryan and I were talking about them, but we got Game 7s tonight. But already football's on everyone's mind, right, Jimmy?
Give me my picture.
Oh yeah, okay. Give me
That's
the
right.
one I got.
You'd be framing that. This is beautiful. I'm a history nut, so stuff like that I really enjoy.
Very cool.
See you guys later.
All right, Jimmy. Thanks for stopping in. We never know when Jimmy's going to stop in. It's like Bob Hope on the old Carson show. I love it. We need
Just
music for Jimmy next time. He needs to have a song. We need to play something.
Yeah, something good.
I love it. All right, punchlines. Back to post. Ryan, what do you have next?
So sticking with baseball, going from the Dodgers to since the year 2000, looking at a team's winning and losing seasons. So if you have a winning season, you get a +1. If you have a losing season, you get a -1.
Yep.
At the top of the list, the Yankees have had a winning season every single season since 2000.
Jeez.
Followed by the Cardinals and Dodgers. Then the top 5, Braves and Red Sox.
Okay, what's your next post?
The middle of the list, who's been sitting at 500 since 2000, the Angels, Rays, Mariners, D-backs,
All right,
and
that's a
White
good
Sox.
one.
And
That
if you
was
take
good.
a look all the way
That's a good one. Moving
at the
on.
bottom, 16 losing seasons since the year 2000 would be the Pittsburgh Pirates.
That is, I mean, Kansas City and the Rockies are above us. That is just sad. Worst owner in baseball. Spend some money, please, Bob Netting. Help us get to the playoffs
That's
again
all
this
right.
year. They could make the playoffs. So a wild card team, I feel like, could make the playoffs with a losing record this year. Everyone's bunched
in the NL.
Yeah, in the NL. Yeah, in the NL. It's all San Diego, Washington, Arizona's on a run. The Mets are coming back. Pirates, Cardinals, Cubs. All 3 games under 500 approximately.
Sorry, the VMix is broken. I cannot get off of this graphic. This graphic will have to stay up the rest of the show.
Oh.
Wow. All right. Well, this is great. So
you're joking.
Yes.
Oh my God. I was like, oh no.
I was so looking forward to just reading the list off over and over and then coming. Oh wait, what's that? Is that?
And then again, last is the
Pittsburgh.
Pirates.
How do you pronounce that?
I actually thought you were serious. I was like, okay, we're gonna scramble. Don't worry, we'll figure this out.
It would just be like old school live television Hollywood. We just go ahead and we make funny behind that.
Everyone's
at your expense, clearly.
They're all against me behind the glass.
It's all right.
Us versus them.
The
I
tide is
understand.
shifted.
Hey, believe me, I'd be there with them.
What's that, right?
I was saying it looks like the tides are going to shift with Skeens, Jones, Keller.
Yes.
Yeah, having that starting pitching.
Bailey,
as long
don't
as
forget Bailey Fulton.
Has you know Pittsburgh obviously quite well. Has the team considered everyone getting a Paul Skeens mustache?
They should, man.
Because it seems like that's the way to win is to have a really bad mustache.
The very famous restaurant there's a chain of Eaton Park. They're like Denny's or Friendly's. I don't know if you're familiar with Eaton Park. They have Smiley cookies.
Yeah.
And on days he pitches the Smiley cookies, they put a mustache on them, flying out the doors.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
So there you go. All right. Speaking of indulging in something fun, cookies are cool, but you know it's better? Jell-O shots.
Yeah. Yeah. So a tradition at the Men's College World Series.
We got a shot for that.
This restaurant, Rocco's, in Omaha, does a Jell-O shot challenge. So they have representatives for all teams participating in the Men's College World Series. So the 8 teams, and then it progressively goes until your team is eliminated. The 2 remaining teams, Tennessee and Texas A&M, have sold over 27,000 Jell-O shots at $5 each. And with the deciding game being tonight, there's a good chance that this gets over 30,000 for each of these teams.
You know what's missing from that sign? Part of the proceeds go to charity or something?
I do believe that
I
is
think
what
they
happens.
do, right?
Yes.
You know what's also missing from that sign? Bathroom to the left. There's a lot of Jello shots.
Jello shots, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jello shots.
It should be Malort.
What is Malort?
Oh, I can't believe you asked. Segue.
I saw you walk in with a bag, and I'm like, I have a feeling I know what this is.
Oh, there it is. We're going to get Jepson's Malort to spend a little money on this show. This is the Rick Sutcliffe edition.
What?
Rick Sutcliffe. I met him at the. Take a look at the picture there.
Oh my God!
Now there's a little story there. I met him after.
Wait, that's you in the jersey?
That's me in the jersey.
Oh my God!
Yeah, my hair was different then. I met Rick Sutcliffe in the owner's box, and I'm from Chicago, so of course meeting him was just a dream. I was like, holy cow, that's my teenage years is watching this guy pitch. And we were chatting, and I had already given some of this to folks at Alex. Got to enjoy it. She loved it. She said it's the greatest thing ever. Would recommend 5 stars.
I'm going to feel like she's going to comment again any second.
And so I decided, I said, hey, wait, I got to try something. I guarantee. Hey, Mr. Sutcliffe, come over. Now, he had already had a few drinks. Oh, call me Rick.
And he's a giant guy.
Monstrous,
he's like 6'7" or something.
huge man. And I said, you were in Chicago a long time. Yes, I was. How many times were you ever forced to or purposefully had this? And he literally looks at it, he goes, oh my goodness. Oh, many times. I do not like it. And my immediate first question after that, would you like to have a shot with me?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so he's like, if they ever decided to pay me, I would have some of this every day.
Wow.
So we went to the story. Now I'm pouring a couple shots.
Okay.
And the way Malort works in Chicago, you don't have to like it to drink it. That's most of us don't. But what you do is, when you have visitors who come visit the city, you take them out and you're like, oh my gosh, we're going to give you the Chicago handshake, which is a shot of Malort and some old style beer. And you're like, you always pitch it as this is a delicacy. It's a Chicago made drink. You can only get it here. It is absolutely a delicacy. And you all give shots, and then you watch your friends drink it and then wait for the explosion of hatred to come out of their mouths. Oh. Now, in that photo, the guy in the middle of that photo that we just had up there, that turns out that is one of Rick Sutcliffe's best friends of like 40 plus years. Yeah. I'm pouring him a shot and he goes, oh, hang on. Hey, come on over here. You have to try some of this stuff. I had so much of this in Chicago. It is everyone there drinks it. It is the greatest drink ever. And so we poured him a shot, and he screwed over his best friend of 40 years. He literally did the Chicago thing.
And is this the bottle? Because it's signed by Rick Sutcliffe.
Yes, it's here. I'll let you take a look at it there. I asked him to sign it. Now, as he'd had quite a few beverages with the Don Logan, and so somehow he still makes a picture perfect signature right there. And I understand you being from Pittsburgh, you can handle anything. And I also understand you are not technically an employee here. You are an independent contractor, which means this is going to get Jepson's Malort to go ahead and pony up a little money for this.
I'm going to get blood work at the doctor's after the show.
Yeah, you would take Jeff's excuse.
How much blood are you giving? This is only one shot. It's not
like a hat. Oh, after Saturday, I swore. Okay, just a
little bit.
Now, is this your? I don't want to take because you want to save that. This is
I will refill this if I need be, because eventually I'm going to get Bill Murray and Mike Ditka to sign it, and it will be the single most Chicago thing I own.
Oh my God!
So I of course I don't drink anymore, so I'm just going to hand you some of this.
I gave up after Saturday night.
I didn't give you a full shot, but. Jepson's Malort at Jepson's Malort on all the socials. You're going to want this is TV's Frank Nicotero here. He is going to.
Oh, don't do. I never have not done it when people chant. Can I do it at the end of the show, or should I do it now?
You can do it whenever you want, but I just.
What is Malort again?
Malort is a Bosc liqueur made from wormwood, and the old bottles of it back in the day used to actually have a stick from a wormwood tree inside.
You're psyching yourself out.
It's not that bad. It's fine. I eat fire. It's fine.
All right. Cheers to the punchies. Cheers to everyone.
It's an honor to share this with you.
Just
wait
silence.
for it.
That is rubbing alcohol.
It's not the taste, it's the aftertaste. Give it a second. We need a tight. Can we get a tight close up of it?
Live in Nevada every show. Punchlines. Put the water up to the camera.
Actually, you passed pretty well. Oh wait, there's the fate. We're starting to get some face.
It's bitter. It's very bitter.
Yeah, it starts off, it has kind of like a weird grapefruit vibe, and then suddenly you're like, oh, gasoline and sadness. I understand. This is exactly what it tastes like when you lose a parlay that could get you $500,000.
Well, now I can say I've tried Malort.
There you go.
Very hot in here. Very warm.
We only have like 5 minutes left in the show. As it goes on, he's going to try and wash this down with water, get rid of the flavor.
It's not helping.
It's not going to help.
Do I need milk? What do I need?
Oh, no, just time. Plenty of time.
Right, plenty of time.
Actually, I'm impressed. I thought you could tell he has had a lot of Steel City beer because he didn't make a bad face at all.
I've had a lot of iron.
But yeah, we're gonna tag the daylights out of Jepson's Malort because they absolutely need to be here. And plus, you want to give Rick Sutcliffe a call. Hey. He's on record as saying he would happily represent you guys.
Rookie of the year for the Dodgers. He got traded to the Cubs in '84. I think he went like 14-1 or something ridiculous.
He was a monster. Yeah, he was a monster.
And he lost to the Padres in the pennant. But I remember, I always liked Rick Sutcliffe because he was one of my favorite pitchers growing up. All right, moving on. As the Malort sets in, what's next, Ryan?
Malort is one punishment, but in Mall of America for fantasy football, we got another punishment.
Really?
So trying out for the Minnesota Vikings skull line.
Okay.
So they're the team dance team. This guy has to try out
last.
Yeah.
In his fantasy football league, so he had to try out.
In a mall.
In a mall. That's the same mall Tiffany played at. I think,
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he's alone now.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good penalty.
Yeah.
By the way, the best thing about that clip, my love for Haley Williams. That's him. Yep. As soon as I heard it, I'm like, oh, it's Paramore.
I got a little more of this. It seems like you need to.
Haley, I love you. Woo, Paramore. All right. That's a good penalty. We're going to do a fantasy football league. All of us here, talent, crew, whatever, and we have to have a last place penalty. And we got to really think on this. All right. So any suggestions are welcomed. Keith Lyle already planning a tight shot on his face, says Drew Dog. Where's my old style beer?
I was going to bring some back. I was recently in California and some of the I think it's Bevmo. They have some old style. I did not stop and get some.
I've had old style. There's a whole old style story. I'll tell you off the air. All right. What do we have next?
Kiss.
So this one I kind of wanted to get Andy's opinion on.
This is the Baron Browning thing?
Yeah, sticking with NFL stuff. You can invest in Baron Browning's contract. So you can, for $10, you can get
a linebacker for the Broncos, right?
Yeah.
This athlete
1% of his contract.
You can
1% of his future earnings. All you have to do is give him $10.
This guy scares
Let me explain. This is Baron Browning, a starting outside linebacker for the Denver Broncos.
He's in his fifth year, right?
Rookie
contract.
Year of his rookie deal. See, Browning is partnering with a company called Vestibule to sell shares of his future NFL earnings. And the model is actually pretty simple. Vestibule is selling around 60,000 shares at $10 a piece in the open market. In exchange, investors get a piece of 1% of Browning's salary while he's in the NFL. Now, this year, 1% of Browning's $3.1 million salary is only $31,000. However, the real money can be made once Browning signs his second contract. That's because if he plays well this year,
so if you invest in him, you hope he has a monster year.
$20 million per year starting.
Just gets a monster contract.
This would make 1% of his earnings worth $200,000, making one $10 share in Browning worth over $64.
All right,
now you might be thinking, why would Browning give up $200,000 of his own money? Well, for his part, he gets to collect 80% of his initial stock sales up to $800,000. Meaning if Vestibule sells 60,000 shares at $10 per share, Browning would be making $480,000, which is a lot of money when you consider he's still on his rookie deal.
All right.
And if
I think that's
Browning
good, right?
himself
All right, so here's a proposal thing here. We take the $215 that I owe. We invested in Baron Browning and root for him all year.
I've got half a share sitting right over there.
Look at that. We got our first half a share.
That's right. $5. So, okay.
I'm alert.
It's an interesting idea because self-promotion, nobody's going to promote you any better. I'm a bit, I would be a bit hesitant because don't these guys have agents?
Yeah.
At some point, his agent would be like, okay, great idea, terrible idea. Where's my money?
Where's my cut? Yeah, don't be giving away my cut.
And we're banking on him not getting arrested. He's an NFL player.
Yeah.
Gonna happen. That either brings his stock up or his stock down. We don't know. We're banking on him having a good year, no injuries, things like that. It seems like a fine thing. I'd like to read the contract though.
All right, we're gonna take a look at it.
I'd like to read that contract.
All right. You in on that? Doing a little investment? We got to buy one share. At least.
It's safer than crypto.
We're buying one share. There you go. And it makes more sense than crypto. All right. I think we have one more.
Yeah, one final one.
Okay.
One card reveal.
Okay, card break. And get ready. It might be a one of one.
It indeed is
It's a one of one, and.
All right, Brian. Hopefully this last one.
Oh, my goodness.
Is the best out of the three.
These guys crack me up.
Oh, it's the best. I'm obsessed with these.
There's
My
those
algorithm
fires,
is
guys.
learning, and I see these
That
all the time,
means
and I
good
watch
luck,
all
good
of them.
luck, good luck. Oh my God!
Uh-oh. And?
One of one, Mickey Mantle.
And do it.
My God.
One of one.
One of one.
So, what do we know the value on this?
No way.
Well, they're not making more of them.
They're not making more. Do we know the value on a signed Mickey Mantle?
No.
I mean, that's usually Mickey Mantle cards can sell up to $3 million.
You know, I've done a fair amount of reality television. I gotta wonder if this is legit.
I think you can usually tell. That guy he was middle of the road. I could see it going fake. Some you can tell are definitely real. Some are fake. That guy, I don't know. I want to buy it. I want to believe that it's real.
You watch enough, opening up a storage locker, and it's like, oh, who knew there was a Picasso in this storage locker that he rented for $50 a month?
Exactly.
Nah, come on.
Sutcliffe hit a homer in game 1 of the 84 NLCS. I remember that, Keith.
Yes, he did.
One of one. We love doing it. That's it, right, Ryan? That's it. We're post. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you watching the show. We really do. Make sure you click and share and subscribe. And description links are in the description below. I had a little bit of Malort.
Have some more.
No. One's good. I feel like I brushed my teeth and with like really strong toothpaste.
Sure. And a wire brush.
Come back tomorrow. We will have results of the College World Series. We'll have results of Game 7. I'm sure there's going to be some great videos of fans partying or not partying or fights or who knows what's going to happen down there in Florida. So it should be a good day. Tomorrow, joining us on the show and Andy C will be the one and only Matt Neverett. Matt Neverett on Tuesdays. You know it is. It's a matinee. Later in the week, Wednesdays and Fridays, will be Alex White. Thursday, Jeff Parles will be here. We have all sorts of fun stuff for you guys. Punchies, we really appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow, right, Ryan?
Yeah.
That's it.
Also, we've got Sports by the Book tomorrow at 9 a.m. They're going to start going over the NFC North in their football breakdown.
Okay.
Not exactly. I think they might be doing the Bears first. But NFC North breakdown this week on Sports by the Book at 9 a.m.
Well, we know the Bears won the Super Bowl because we saw it on
I saw the future.
100 shows in the future. Yeah, Pirates are going to win this.
Oh, I had a future once.
What's that?
Well, all I know is I ended up here, so that didn't work out.
Thank you to Andy Martello.
Thank
very
you for
funny
having
clips
me.
on you eat fire. And I just drank fire, and we saw the rooster bit, which is a classic. I'm Frank Nicotero. Punchlines. Line stands for Live in Nevada every show. See you tomorrow.